Situated along the Missouri River, St. Charles, Missouri, is a city where history and contemporary life merge effortlessly. As you walk its streets, it feels like stepping into the past. The brick-paved roads guide you by well-preserved 19th-century buildings, remnants from a time when the town was a budding settlement. Established in 1769 by French-Canadian fur trader Louis Blanchet, St. Charles evolved into a crucial stop for pioneers and explorers, including Lewis and Clark, who launched their legendary expedition from this very location in 1804. St. Charles holds a special place in Missouri's history as well. When Missouri joined the Union in 1821, the town served as the state's first capital. In those formative years, legislators met in buildings that today house shops, restaurants, and galleries, preserving the town's historic allure. But St. Charles isn't trapped in the past. Just as the Missouri River flows alongside it, so too does the dynamic energy of festivals, bustling markets, and outdoor concerts that enliven its parks. Frontier Park, with its picturesque river views, is a central spot where families and friends gather for seasonal events or to simply relax amidst the tranquil surroundings. St. Charles's lively Main Street, lined with boutiques and cafes, beckons tourists and residents alike to explore its charming nooks and uncover fresh experiences at every corner. With every visit, the strong sense of community in St. Charles becomes clearer. There's pride in its historic legacy, an admiration for the explorers and settlers who shaped its beginnings, yet also a forward-thinking vision as the town embraces new growth and cultural vibrancy, making it not just a place to visit, but a place to call home. This is where our story begins. On a quiet day, March 29, 2007, a local mail carrier made a routine stop at the office of Robert Eidman, a well-known insurance agent in St. Charles, Missouri. But instead of the usual friendly exchange or simply delivering the day's mail, the carrier walked into a gruesome scene. Eidman's lifeless body, slumped over and riddled with multiple gunshot wounds. The shocking murder rocked the community, triggering an intense investigation that would soon revolve around a critical piece of modern forensic technology: DNA evidence. At first glance, the crime scene revealed little. There were no obvious signs of forced entry or a struggle, though the gunshots left no doubt that Eidman had met a violent end. Considering his stable financial situation and work in the insurance industry, investigators quickly dismissed the idea of a random killing. They began to suspect either a robbery gone wrong or a more deliberate act. Local police and forensic teams meticulously searched the scene for any potential leads. A spent bullet casing was recovered, along with a glove seemingly left behind by the killer, small but vital clues. Investigators also reviewed surveillance footage from nearby businesses, hoping the perpetrator had been caught on camera. Yet, the investigation initially stalled, lacking eyewitnesses and conclusive evidence from the footage. Despite these setbacks, detectives dug deep into Eidman's personal life and professional relationships, looking for anyone with a motive to harm him. For a while, it seemed the case was running cold. Then, a breakthrough emerged. In any investigation, even the smallest trace of biological evidence can lead to a breakthrough. In this case, DNA recovered from the back pocket of a trouser became a key piece of the puzzle. Forensic analysis linked the DNA to Cleo Hines, a man with a prior record, giving investigators a crucial lead to move the case forward. As detectives explored Hines' background, they discovered his connection to Paul White, a gambler who had recently suffered significant financial losses at a casino. This lead helped investigators piece together the events that had unfolded. Using surveillance footage, phone records, and interviews, the team reconstructed what happened leading up to Robert Eidman's death.
The only time that I've ever been in there was when we got insurance. Other than that, I've never been in there.
Your DNA comes back in the back pocket of Robert Eidman. Your DNA. Listen, I just showed you
I understand that, but ain't no way in the world.
White, desperate after losing money, devised a plan with Hines to rob Eidman's office in an attempt to recover his losses. Hines, who initially claimed to have been coerced, said that White pressured him into taking part. On the day of the crime, White entered Eidman's office while Hines waited nearby. When the robbery went wrong, White resorted to violence, and Eidman tragically lost his life. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that the duo had underestimated the intensity of the case that would follow. Thanks to the DNA match, police were able to apprehend both Hines and White. White was convicted and received a significant sentence, while Hines entered an Alford plea, acknowledging that the evidence against him was overwhelming, despite his personal claims of innocence. The case of Robert Eidman's murder was ultimately solved through the careful collection and analysis of DNA evidence. What had once seemed like an unsolvable mystery, with no direct witnesses and little initial evidence, was unlocked by the precision of modern forensic science. Without the DNA breakthrough, justice may not have been served. Eidman's death is a stark reminder of how fragile life can be, and highlights the vital role forensic science plays in the pursuit of justice. In an era where even the smallest piece of evidence can unravel a case, DNA analysis continues to be one of law enforcement's most powerful tools for bringing criminals to justice.
Awesome.